Good morning. This is Miss D at D Special Things. You have to excuse my voice. I have laryngitis, so I'm trying to get over it right now. And in light of everything else that's going on, I've just been sick, you guys, since I got back from the holidays. So I'm going to I really didn't have time to complete my project because it was a project that took a while, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to use that was a part of my Killa kit. I am actually using this metal tape or foil tape, and I get this from I think it's either Lowe's or Home Depot, and I am actually going to be using pieces of this tape, and I'm cutting it up in little strips like this. I'm cutting it up in little pieces. Yes, so I'll be using a lot of these and even bigger pieces for the initial piece. I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do with it, and then I'm going to show you the result of this project that I'm making. I'll also be using this exposed acrylic album, and I think I told you all where to get these, but since the site that I get them from has closed, so yeah, this is the acrylic album that I'll be using. You can look for it somewhere else, but I was getting them from All Scrapbook Steals, and they just had them maybe a month ago before they closed. It probably hasn't been that long. They had them on sale again for $1. I even purchased them for cheaper than that when I've done this project. Usually I would do this project on a canvas, and it works really well on a canvas, but I wanted to make a little book, and I just wanted the book to have certain inspirational words or aspirations. So I actually use this acrylic book, and I've made this project before, and at the end I will show you what the actual project looks like that I made before. I'm also using my metal tools, and these are some of the tools that I'm using. These tools, they're by Walnut Hollow, and they make different designs in your projects. They come in, they have little tools, and just so you know, these also can work with your fuse. I'm using these bits, this bit, and as you can see, I used that with my fuse before. I'm using this one. I'm using this. I'm using a few of the different sizes of these. This tool right here. You can use a pencil. You can use different shapes to puncture this with, and I'm going to show you how I'm using it. I also used the Tim Holtz grunge blocks with the letters. I didn't use the blocks, but I did use the letters. And these, I think this is a discontinued project, and I bought this one on clearance, but I have loads of these things that I actually love, love, love. So I just never got rid of them because I love them and I can use them on lots of my projects. The project that I'm going to be doing, let me show you exactly how you start doing this. I took the letters and I actually adhered them with a piece of this tape right here, and I put them here where I wanted them to. I may even have different things to put here. Like I said, usually I make this with a canvas, and what I'm going to do initially is just take this tape and put it over here, and I'm going to press it down over the letters that I have. I'm going to press this down over the letters, and then I'm going to use this tool to get that down in the crevices. And mind you, it might even tear it a couple of times, but because you're working with the tape, you can tape it over. Yes, and you're just going to keep doing it like this until you get down in the crevices. Where you can't get down in the crevices, you're going to use all of your tools. You're going to take a different size tool. Let's try this one and get closer to it, but you're going to get the creases of all of these little parts and pieces that's sticking up there, that's adhering to this. You're going to go get around all those little pieces. Like I said, it will be better if you use your you can use your popsicle stick. You can actually use any of these, your little tools, to get down in the crevices of this. And you go around all of the letters. And I hope I'm actually doing this correctly. I know I'm not using a lot of paper yet. And as soon as, believe it or not, you guys, my voice is a lot better than it was Wednesday. I could not even talk. Yeah, so as soon as I show you exactly how to do it, I will show you how I put the decorations on the letters. But you're going to initially cover this whole thing, and you're going to get all the creases in there. You're going to do it as well as you can to get down in the crevices. I'm trying to find a thicker one of these so that it doesn't cut. You know, it's funny how you have everything sitting right beside you until you need it. I'm going to use a thicker one of these to get closer to the letters. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere. I always do the first sheet, even if I use canvas. The reason I said you might want to use canvas is because it's cushiony and it allows you to make lots of texture on this. Don't worry about the back side. Just go ahead and cover, because you're going to end up covering both sides of it. Just keep going around these letters until you get the exact shape of the letters. Like I said, I use the Tim Holtz. You could use thickers, anything to make your letters, but you do end up with a really great product by the time you finish. And if you just keep doing that, I'm using a stick now. I can actually, when I get a chance or the opportunity, I will do an entire video on how you do this product, on how you do this. But I wanted to give you something that you can actually do using this tape, making a little mini book with these words. And did I say aspirations before? I mean inspiration. But yeah, so this is the start of my project, and the more I work with it, the more defined these letters are going to become. I want to show you, I'm going to show you the project that I'm working with. Like I said, it's a long project, because especially this weekend, though I was home, I was sick. I was not able to work on any projects because I don't know if you all heard of the pneumonia shot. And I think if you're older, you'll know about the pneumonia shot. I never knew about the pneumonia shot, but I guess because I got so sick, the doctor suggested that I take the pneumonia shot, and that thing made me so sick. yeah, I didn't feel it until I felt my arm later on that night, but I didn't feel it till the next day. So I was like out of it, really sick, sleepy. I just wanted to rest. And maybe it was whatever, I think whatever virus that the pneumonia shot has. I guess I reacted to it, but this is the start of my project. Now what I would do is I would continue to cover this so that the entire thing is covered. You could put any kind of shape on here. This can be, you can use this, you could put this on a box, you can put it on anything that you want. Now see, when you start putting, and I'm using, these are the little pieces that I cut up, you're going to start adhering these small pieces on here so that you can get different types of texture. But I would work hard on continuing to go around these letters, defining the shapes down to the actual letter. And as you can see, that is the start of your project. And I haven't totally completed it, but I'm going to show you first what I'm working on, and then I'll show you a completed project. This is the project that I'm working on. And after I actually lay all these different pieces down, I use these different projects too, and you just go over them and they make different shapes on whatever it is you're doing. And because I'm still working on it, I can put any shape in here that I want. The more cushiony the project is, the more definition you're going to get on the items that you have on here. And because they are that grunge board, they can easily take the texture, and as you can see, this is what you end up with after I finish it. And I put all the paper on here that I want. As you can see, I put shapes on here, and if you could imagine this being cushiony, the more shapes you put on it, the more defined that texture is, and you could see it through. Here's one that I'm not totally finished because you have to keep applying. You could use paint, you can use the metallic like Inca Gold stuff. Yes, you can use that. And then here's one, another page that I've actually started and I haven't finished it. This is one that I finished and I haven't painted it at all, but as you can see, these are, I think these are thickers. Yeah, so you'll get that effect too. When I finish this book, you can make it, you can color these different colors with your stains, your inks, and your paints and such. And this is just the shapes, and these are the Tim Holtz shapes. You can use that. And this says art, using all of the Tim Holtz elements, some of the stars, the heart. I have art there because I love art. And this is the back of my book. I did this one, and I don't know, please God just came to me, especially after this weekend of all of what's going on. I just needed to continuously pray. And I know all of you are the same place I am as far as all this going on. Just keep praying, everyone, please. Just keep praying. So much is going on. But anyway, I want to show you a completed project that I did a few years ago. And when I saw my metallic, my foil tape, it inspired me to make another one. Hold on for a second, because this one is completed, so you have an idea. I know it'll take me a while. This is my completed project that I did years ago. and it says, it just has a lot of words on it. It's in a frame. So yeah, even the butterflies are foil, but they might be out of foil. I think I double foiled them and put those in there. But this is my completed project from years ago, and it's in a big frame, and I just use a canvas. But that is your end result. That's something. I even put other metallic pieces on it. That's a metallic butterfly. These are actually foil tapes, if I remember, and I just put them through the embossing machine and did them like that. So that's an idea of what you can actually do with this project. This is it's in a 14 by 17 box. This is one of those shadow boxes. Yeah, so you get the idea of what it is. But because I was doing the Killa kit, I actually had foil in my acrylic, my Killa kit. And this project is for the Killa Kit collaboration with PoetSpice. This is the second week, and this is the metal foil technique that I'm doing. And if you have any questions, I'll probably have to do a thorough tutorial one day, but it can't be this weekend. Or this week either. There's just too much going on and too much I have to catch up with. But that's my project. If you look down in the description box, you'll see the other ladies that's playing along with PoetSpice in this collaboration. And yeah, go click on their link. Leave them a comment. Some of them have giveaways. I'm planning to do giveaways, but just as backed up as I am with doing these projects, I'm just as backed up trying to find some giveaways or do some giveaways. I did ask last week, and people said that they would not mind receiving the projects that I do. So I'm really looking towards giving away my finished projects. As you can see, this one is not finished. I did use washi tape to start this, but it would have some more trim and such on it on this. So I haven't completed this project. Once I complete it, I'll show you the completed project, and yes, I'll enter this. I'll use this as my giveaway for my second week. The first week will be whatever projects I did in my first week. I hope you all enjoyed this little segment of the Killa Kit collaboration. No, I haven't used paper yet, but I'm sure I'll get to it. I'm just going to keep doing projects using the stuff that I put in my kit. I still have to add some stamps to my kit. I haven't, but I think what I'm going to do is just decide what stamp I want to use at the time. When I finish this, yes, this week, I haven't even been able to craft like I wanted to this weekend. My mind is not there. Emotionally, I'm not there. So I'm going to try to do whatever I can do as far as this collaboration, because I committed to it. But that is my project. Remember, look down in the description box for the other ladies that's playing. Check their sites out. They do have giveaways. Some of them do on their site, and I wish everyone I can't even say fun-filled weekend, but I hope that you all have a blessed weekend, and just keep praying, you guys. All right, thanks for watching. Talk to you later, and thank you, PoetSpice. Bye-bye.